Hi, this is Dan Encell with Berkshire Hathaway. Today is Monday, December 2nd. I'm going to give a brief recap on the south coast of Santa Barbara County for the month of November. So overall, the market was very stable both in Montecito and along the south coast as a whole. The one exception was new inventory coming on the market. In both markets, both in Montecito and the Santa Barbara South Coast as a whole, there was a marked decline in the number of new listings there. Everything else was pretty stable there. So let's run through the numbers there. New listings for the South Coast, 132. I've been keeping track of these records for over 20 years, and there's never been that few new listings coming on in November in the 20 plus years that I've been keeping track of it. So 132 is very, very low in terms of new inventory coming on. It's been quite a contrast with earlier parts of the year when we actually had above average inventory for almost the entire year. So a market shift in the market in that regard there. The numbers for the rest of the activity look pretty stable though. Number of sales, 137. That's very consistent with what we typically see during a November. The number of price changes, 116. It's a little bit lower than normal. You have to go back to about 2015 to find that few of price changes during the month of November, which again, fewer price changes tends to indicate a more stable market there. Pending sales, there's 149 currently out there. That is very typical of what we would normally see during the November. So that's right on track. So we should end the year with very consistent number of sales for December there based on the amount of properties that are currently pending. What's happening in Montecito? Similar to the rest of the market there, the Montecito market is experiencing a significant decline in number of listings, new inventory coming on for the month of November. You have to go all the way back to 2013 to find that few new listings coming on in Montecito during November. There were 18. That's much lower than we normally see. How did that translate into sales? Number of sales is very consistent with what we're typically seeing for November. There were 16 closed sales. That's very, very consistent with what we typically see for the last several years. Pending sales, 27. That's a little above average. So for the last probably 6 months, Montecito has been tracking well above average for the number of pending sales, and most of our number of closed sales have been above average for the last half of the year also. The inventory, that's the one thing that seems to be a little bit of a surprise there, both for Santa Barbara and Montecito, because the rest of the year we've actually been way above average for inventory. So we'll see what happens in December, but that's a brief recap for November.